I've talked about how my dad is Private Joker, and that Joker was also named the Duke, and that's what he went by in Vietnam. And he trained in Alaska, and that's why they say, "I don't know what I've been told. Eskimo pussy's mighty cold." But in the movie, they are not in Alaska. So I was put into that guy's family because that guy's a sex trafficker. That guy's dead. Like I caught people trying to murder him. He died while I was in jail. And that guy told me a lot about Vietnam, and if you've seen the movie, it's clear he's the Duke.
A day without blood is like a day without sunshine.
That's how John Wayne talks, and if you watch the rest of the movie, it's over and over again, he's John Wayne.
Serve fried chicken and watermelon on a daily basis in my mess hall. Yes, sir.
That you, John Wayne? Is this me?
Who said that?
So all I'm saying is it's pretty clear that this guy is John Wayne, but his name was the Duke. He looked kind of like John Wayne. He was big. So I've talked about how Private Joker told me that Obama means spear chucker. And he doesn't say racist stuff ever. You'd never believe that guy's he would never actually say it. Unless he does. Not that much though. He would never say it to a black person for sure. But he knows for a fact that the word Obama means spear chucker, and what is a spear chucker?
There was a peculiar sound, and then he saw a most amazing animal approaching. Its legs went round and round instead of up and down, and there was a weird-looking god on its back. He wore a blue skin on his head and a red one on his body, and hair grew on his face.
What the hell happened? Where have you been? The Reverend is doing his nut.
The funny thing about these gods was that they couldn't speak. They could only make chattering sounds like monkeys.
Hi.
But what happened, man? Where's the Antichrist?
So if Obama means spear chucker, then what does Alabama mean? I think it's spear chucker, but then it's on the spear chucker, and they're like, well, no one will ever figure out what it means. It means on the spear chucker. That doesn't even make sense. But it's where the spear chuckers are, because it is if you've ever been to Alabama, it's the black state. If you've ever been on the internet, you know that people are kind of like that. They want to make sure that black people get put in their place, because the reality is that black people know we invented everything. We'll take our inventions and go back to Africa. Is what a black person would say. What that person would say is you guys really are spear chuckers, and I would say that's an asshole. So we're at this time in history where I can't get through censorship. I've had that much trouble getting through censorship, and then there's this word that we have for ichthus, which is the name for Izeus. Apparently, that's the one I know. It's ICHTHUS or something. If you work really hard looking for things with the name of Izeus on it, you get some Hebrew. You get this crap, whatever that means. You get Enri. We will never find the actual name Izeus in Greek. And if you've ever read the Bible, the guy's well, call upon my name, do it in my name, it's all about the name, as long as you care about the name. The reason I show you that is because I am on the internet constantly. I've never heard someone say, oh my gosh, I didn't know the name above all names. I know the Bible is all about the name of Izeus, but I didn't even freaking know the name. I thought it was Ichthus. The reason I play this for you is because I'm trying to make a point. No one knows the name above all names. If you pray in my name, if you do this in my name, if you do this in my name, as long as it's in my name. And it's an easy name to say. I think Izeus is not that hard. I've got this verse right here where Amen is prophesying to the church in Laodicea in the book of Revelation, and but it's the Amen, which is the Lord, because thus saith the Lord is not the same as Anna said. But we don't know who Amen is, but in Jesus' name, Amen. All right, this is how they kept people from being pissed off when they stopped letting them use the name Izeus. Because back in the day, you had a guy holding you at spear point or gun point, telling you you're not allowed to use the name Izeus anymore. And obviously it's not that guy, but it would be a church person. There was a church dictatorship. Like, but this is the guy that got stabbed. Like, do I have any clue like why he got stabbed? I don't know why. But all I know is I tried to contact the guy about like mistranslations of the Bible, and now the guy's getting stabbed, and then now they're posting videos about like this guy knows that like all the people in charge are trafficking kids. Like, I mean, he says the prime ministers were, or they were having sex with kids or something.
It's like we're never torn for all the love we've known.
That was David Crowder. I went to church with David Crowder during college. Like, I was tiny. I thought David Crowder was like 6'6", but then I was 6 foot tall back then. And then like now, like I found out David Crowder's like smaller than me probably. And like I like know that guy is gigantic because like everyone around him was so small because we were kids. And we don't know we're kids. I mean, sure, he looks older. He is old. But the reason that they want all the kids to think they're older, because you need a kid in college that's like actually in college that thinks that they're a college age person, to be someone that doesn't care if you have sex with them. So they're trying to have sex with kids. And like in order to have sex with kids, they need to change their ages. So like does that mean David Crowder like the best artist of all time? Like cuz Izzy's the best musician in the world. I think he's the best musician in the world. Like I think no one like Coldplay. So I see that TikTok's getting banned, and like the reality is that like when we're wondering why like we do certain things, like why would we name Barack Obama Obama? Because like it's their favorite thing. His name's Obama. You know, he's a spirit chucker, trust me, he's not even in charge. Because he wasn't. Like the people that have a neural interface in his head, they have a computer in that guy's head, and they will transmit data into his head, and they know that guy's easy. Like, he's not in charge. That's a spirit chucker. The reality is that I think that black people can like do great things. Like I think black people like a lot of the time are a lot smarter than white people. I mean, like what's been made clear to me is that I'm smarter than everyone. And like, I think that like it's important to figure that out. Like if you lie to someone that much about how smart they are, it will confuse them about why everyone else is dumb. Like, why is everyone dumb? Like I'm not smart. And then it makes you think that like maybe you're the dumb one, but you can't be that dumb because I'm that smart. Private Joker was always afraid that that guy was going to find him. Because if you remember Full Metal Jacket, like, this guy steals his camera and they get a picture of Private Joker. And then the rest of the story is, like, Private Joker tracking down this girl. And then, like, what happens is his gun jams. And, like Private Joker would never, ever stop talking about, like, his gun jamming. He hated, like, the M16 or whatever. Like, he thought the AK-47 was better because it didn't jam as much. I think sometimes it's like we'll never atone for all the love that we've known with like kids or whatever, which is not what I'm actually saying. Like we'll never atone for the things that we did to Vietnam, and we'll never atone for the things that we've done to the world. But we can we can stop being assholes. And like I think that that's kind of like my role in this situation is like, can America stop being evil? Yes. How? Don't let Joker be in charge anymore. Like that's the reality. Is like America is Private Joker because like if you remember the Kennedys. Were that mafia.
Because I just spent so much time with John F. Kennedy. I went to the inaugural. I was with Senator John F. Kennedy watching him, babysitting for years while they were grooming this guy.
I think you guys think you like the Goodfellas because like you've seen the movie, you're like, oh, that's great. Like I like mafia people. They're funny. Like I've seen Casino. You don't get it. Like you don't like mafia people. And that's the American government. And like we can't have people at all in the American government that are not mafia because they're that old. Like it's not just, these people are Order of Melchizedek. Very, very, this is the Roman Empire. If you think the Roman Empire doesn't have enough people to be in charge of like that many jobs, you don't get it. But clearly like the Roman Empire was based overseas, and that's why we have so many like, that's why the United States is basically a bunch of foreign people. I mean, because you got Elon Musk, like who's the richest man in the world, who's here, like he's an American and he's got a cowboy hat. That guy's like Dutch. Like you don't even get how like not American America is, and that's because you don't understand how the Roman Empire has like infiltrated us, and like they have limited options, and that's why like so many people I know are in charge of the United States, like they're senators and stuff. So like, but like there's a reason the name of Izeus is important, is because like you will never actually care about what I'm saying. Like you will not be in a good position because you can't listen to me. Like I don't know how to say it. Like because I've done good on this video. It's not getting censored. Yeah.